welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Starting a brand new business can be very pricey, and if you don't have the cold hard cash for the capital, the added up costs can be very stressful. But don't you worry. Today I'm going to show you some ways to save up money to start your new business. Even if you're not starting a business, you'll want to watch this video to get some tips and tricks on how to save up money just in general. Once this pandemic is over, you might want to go traveling, go on a nice relaxing vacation, or maybe you've been putting off your wedding, and we all know how expensive those are. Whatever your reason why you want to save up some moolah, just watch this video. So first and foremost, you're gonna need a business plan to get everything going, and you wanna calculate your budget, including all your startup costs and any monthly expenses. So your startup costs could be on the lower end. Maybe you're starting an Etsy business and you just need like the cost of supplies and maybe a larger ticket item like a camera to take product pictures. You could also maybe be trying to get a larger loan, but you need money to put down a down payment. So, however much money that you need to spend, you want to map all that out, and for about the next 6 months to a year, and then use that grand total for step 2. Okay, so now you're going to take that grand total and start dividing it into a total number of months or years, whatever your goal may be. If the grand total is, say, $2,000 and you want to start your business within a year, you'll need to save roughly $167 per month for a year. If the grand total is like $50,000, you'll want to save closer to $4,200 a month for the next year. If either of those numbers are just not within your means, then you'll want to adjust. And if there's no wiggle room to budget any startup costs, you'll want to adjust your timeline. Instead of 1 year, maybe it'll take more like 2 years. Or for a larger loan, it might even take longer, like 5 years. I think this is where people get a little discouraged, because it's like, well, I want to open my business right now. I don't want to wait so freaking long. But I just want to let you know from personal experience, I dove right into starting my business, and I had no money, like $0, not even a nickel. And it really set me back when there was like a slow month or an unexpected expense came up. I just wasn't prepared. I was screwed. Having a savings account as a small business owner is just like a must. Like, it's a non-negotiable, especially right now with all the businesses that unfortunately had to close during the pandemic. I'm not going to say that it's like because they weren't prepared, but it's just that assurance of knowing, like, I have enough money for my business to stay afloat for 6 months or a year or whatever, and not having the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. That's hopefully why a big reason why you're trying to get away from the 9 to 5 and you want to go into owning your own business, is because you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore, and you want to be able to have a nice little nest egg for yourself and your family. So it's just that financial security that having a savings account as a small business owner will help you feel. Plus, if it's taking you a little bit longer, like 6 months to a year, maybe longer, then it gives you plenty of time to work on your marketing strategy and get your operations down and map everything out, all the other details that sometimes if you in a perfect world, say you had all the money right away and you just kind of dove into it, you don't always necessarily take the time to plot everything out. So I think just giving yourself a little bit more time to figure out all the details and work out all the kinks beforehand is ideal. So now here's the fun part. Researching banks and figuring out what savings account is going to be the best for you, that will offer the best incentives. Personally, I have 2 savings accounts. I have one with my just regular bank that I bank all my personal banking with, and then I have another with Credit Karma. I also have a CD, and I'm gonna put a link in the description for this so you can check that out. This CD is also a really great way to improve your credit score. So if you're kind of struggling with that, credit score is also very important when you're trying to open a business, whether you're getting a loan or just in general. It's always good to have, this is America, like it's always good to have a really good, really high credit score. So if you need help in that department, I recommend the CD. After 1 year, I'll have a little over $1,600 saved, and it's also been helping to boost my score in the meantime, so that's really awesome. And for me, I recommend having everything taken out automatically. And it doesn't have to be, thousands of dollars or whatever. Even if you're only able to start with a little bit, like $10, $15, $50, and kind of, play around with that as if you get a little, get a work bonus or something like that, helps you pay yourself first. And paying yourself first is basically money into a savings account. That's money that you're keeping for you, whether it's for a rainy day or whatever, but in this instance, it'll be for your new business. If you live paycheck to paycheck, I recommend to start a savings account, maybe just with your own bank. So then that way you can do overdraft protection, just to make sure that there's no overdraft fees, because those can be kind of pricey, very pricey. They add up quick. Okay, so now that your brand new savings account is open, don't touch it. Mark on your calendar 6 months, a year, 2 years, whenever you calculate that you'll have enough to start your business, and then don't fucking touch it. Don't touch it. Pretend like it's not even there. I kind of out of sight, out of mind. This is an emergency fund. This is specifically for your business. It's your business savings. So it's not really even yours. It's the business's, if that makes sense. Literally anytime you find a nickel on the street, or your grandma gives you $5 for your birthday in a card, put it in your business savings account. Just put it right in there. Don't disregard change either. If you find a nickel or something on the floor, the ground, put it in there. Don't just walk past it, because all that change adds up very quickly. If your friends and family ask what you want for Christmas this year, tell them you want cash, cold hard cash for your business, and then immediately put the said cash into your savings account so you don't spend it on shoes. At the end of the day, saving money is super, super easy. It's the discipline that is the hard part, or the lack thereof. For me, that was personally the hardest part, the biggest struggle that I had. But you have to want it badly enough. How important is this to you that you start this business? And, over 6 months, a year, however long it takes, you're really going to think about, how dedicated you are to this and making this happen. The more you dip in and, use that to buy this and that and the other thing, kind of ask yourself, is this really what I want? If I'm kind of sabotaging myself by continuously dipping into this fund that I designated for myself to start this business. You'll just have the time to carefully plot and strategize for the entire business. So if there's, maybe you need a little help in a certain area, and that like you're gonna have to hire someone, it kind of gives you some time to just prepare for everything. I like to be prepared. It makes me feel secure. And then the stress kind of melts away the more you have a plan. If you don't have a plan and things are just kind of, you know, loosey-goosey and just like, wow, it's just chaos in your mind, and it's just not healthy and it's not good for your mental state. So, and you never know, you could get a lot of little extra bonuses here and there, and you never know what's gonna happen. But I think just kind of, this is like a really good way to process. It's a really good way to process becoming a small business owner. And you know, there's a huge responsibility in that. Whether you are a solopreneur and it's just gonna be you, you're still gonna have somewhat of a team. You can't just do everything by yourself. You might need to outsource, even if you're just hiring freelancers at some point. Or, you know, maybe you are hiring an assistant or some staff. Like, their well-being is also in your hands, so you definitely want to bring your A game. When I first started my first business, I did not bring my A game because I just was so unprepared, and that's something that I always will regret. I wish I would have waited, and now I'm saving up again to start a new business, but I'm doing it right. I'm doing it the right way, and then I think the satisfaction of knowing like the hard work and discipline that went into it, and I can strategize and plan everything out, will make me feel, even now just thinking about it just makes me feel so much better than just like all the times before just diving into opening a new business. I think it's really exciting. Like, just think, you know, in however long I'm gonna have $2,000 or $50,000 to open the business that I've been dreaming about opening for such a long time, and that dream's gonna come true. So I'll have completely earned every penny of it. That's quite an accomplishment. That's a really, really cool thing to say, that I had the discipline to wait and I saved up money, you know, out of my own paycheck from my full-time job or, you know, whatever, for a long period of time, and started this business like from your own hard work. It's a huge accomplishment. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I will put the link for the CD in the description below. Leave in the comments what kind of business you want to start. I'm always, you know, wanting to support small business owners, and just curious. If you already have a small business, you can link that below as well. I'd love to check it out. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want more tips and tricks on how to stay sane as a business owner. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, just @MalHartley. Stay zen, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.